Breakfast with your Coys. Oh yeah. Breakfast with your Coys. Breakfast with your Coys. Oh yeah. Breakfast with your Coys. Breakfast with your Coys.
Yes, good morning, guys. Good morning, girls. It is game day. Sunday morning, this afternoon, Tottenham Hotspur, Nottingham Forest, probably the biggest game in Tottenham's recent history as far as Premier Leagues go, obviously. The Europa League was massive. That was a great night. But this game today is massive. It feels like it's a game we cannot lose, right? It feels like it's a game we cannot lose. We have got 7 games afterwards, but this is huge for so many reasons. Listen, Leeds United last night didn't get away from us. They drew 0-0. It's a real chance for Spurs just to give themselves, hopefully, a little bit of breathing space between us and the bottom 3 today, and against Nottingham Forest, a team who are in and amongst it with us. Oh, this is so big. This is so big, guys. Apparently there's a cup final on today at some point. You're right. It's at White Hart Lane, Tottenham Hotspur. This is the cup final. It's massive. It's massive. Spurs cannot lose today. For me, it's imperative that we win, but it's not a disaster if we lose. Or it's not a disaster if we draw. If we lose, it would be a bit of a disaster, I have to admit. If we lose, I think then Forest would move themselves away from any relegation threat, and it would be between Spurs and West Ham. And we just don't know how West Ham are going to do today against Villa. You know, Villa had been flying all season, but recently they have dropped off a bit. And obviously, Europa League, just like it affected Spurs last season, just like the Champions League affected Spurs this season, playing twice a week does affect you. And Villa coming off the back of a good win in midweek to move themselves in with the chance of winning the Europa League. Now, of course, back to league action, and you never quite know. So many teams are off it. So we need Villa to be on it today. We need Villa to do us a favour, beat West Ham, and then we have to do our bit, and we have to beat Forest. We need to turn up. It's okay winning in midweek against Atletico Madrid, which was a great win, but it was a win against a side that didn't need to beat us. You know, they didn't need to go at us. So it kind of skews it a little bit for me. We need a performance today. Nottingham Forest are going to be up for it. They are going to be up for it. They're going to be in our faces. They need the result just as much as we do. So it's going to be a really interesting game. A game that I think we can win. A game that I think we can win. If we play anything like we did Wednesday, in the fact that we showed some passion, some desire, some effort, then I think we've got a chance. If we roll over, get our bellies tickled like we seem to do in the Premier League week in, week out, it's going to be a really difficult game for Spurs. Big up to Cookie. I hope you're there. He's probably not listening to this, probably in the car on his way up. Hopefully, Cookie, you're at the ground now, you're in London with Dan and with the guys. I will text you in a minute and make sure. In fact, I'll text him now quickly just to see if he's made it up there. Okay. Big up to you, Cookie. Let's just text him. You there, buddy? So, guys, drop a comment in. Let me know what you think. Are Spurs going to win today? Are we going to get that vital 3 points? Or is it going to be another tough day at the office? A tough day at Tottenham Hotspur? I think we're going to win. I'm going to go for a Spurs win. Got to be confident. I'm going for a Tottenham win. Let's see who's in the chat this morning. Let's have a quick sip of my tea. Lovely. The Stoic is in, as always. Big up to the Stoic. Said, let's remember that whilst a defeat today would be devastating, it would be a devastating blow, it by no means seals our fate. We would be all gutted, of course, but survival would still be possible. Need to keep it real. And I think, yeah, absolutely. I think it would feel devastating at the time. but we do have 7 games to redeem ourselves. So it's not the end of the world, but it will certainly feel like it at the time, Stoic, if we do end up losing today. Let's hope we don't. I'm not even going to think about it currently. The Stoic also says, I'm just trying to cheer myself up a bit here, Nige. In case the worst happens today, big up, my friend. Let's hope your watch along brings us some luck, mate. Take care. Take care to you too, Stoic. Big up to you, mate. And thank you for your continued support. Listen, I am doing a watch along later. I am doing it in place of the 2 marks, with the 2 marks blessing. They were very much, Cookie was very much like, no, we have to keep doing it. We have to keep doing it. No, you have to do it. So listen, I'm doing it. Let's hope a few people come in. If they don't, it's fine. I'm going to enjoy it anyway. The sporting journey's in. Saying big up, Nigel. Hope you're well. Good morning, chat. I'm really good, mate. I'm really good. It's game day. I love it when Spurs play. I love it. Absolutely. I sounded like Kevin Keegan then, didn't I? But I do. I love it when Tottenham play. It's what the weekend builds up to as a Spurs game. So I can't wait for it. And hopefully we'll win. Then we can watch the cup final. Hopefully City win. And it'll be a good day all round, right? That's what we're hoping for. We will see. And the Sporting Journey says, please remember to like the show and subscribe if you're new. I know, Nigel. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Absolutely. I would appreciate it. It's all about the likes, guys. If you can smash that like button, it is all about the likes. But any subs are welcome too. And I have memberships and I have super chats available. Listen, they all cost money and money is tight in the world. So totally and utterly get it. But likes and subscriptions, they are totally free. So smash them as you come in. Ghosted is in. So big up, Nige. Come on, you epping Spurs. Big up to you, Ghosted. I hope you're well, mate. And Wembers is in. Newest member. Thank you so much again, Wembers. Really appreciate you, mate. Says morning, Nigel. All in the chat. The biggie today. I sense it could be a draw. And while not ideal, wouldn't be completely disastrous. A loss would be catastrophic, though. And I'm not sure we recover. Listen, it wouldn't be good for the fans, would it, if we lose going into the international break? And we have a habit of doing it. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, 3 weeks after a defeat for Spurs would be the longest 3 weeks in history, I think. That's why for me it's so important that we win. Get that feel-good factor going into those 3 weeks. And yeah, we started a little mini revival, as in a draw against Liverpool and a win against Atletico Madrid. We need to keep that going now. Momentum. It's all about momentum. Keep that going. Get another victory today. But listen, I think it could be a draw. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw as well. But I am confident we do it today. I really am. We will look at the head-to-head in a minute. But I'm pretty confident Spurs win today. I don't know where I get that confidence from. You've got to find it from somewhere, right? Sporting Journey says Spurs cannot afford a defeat. You're right. Yeah, listen, we can't afford it. We will see what happens. Rodney's in saying big up to all. Come on, you Spurs. Lange out, Enoch out. Absolutely, Rodney. Agree totally 100%. Scott Colliver's in saying hello, Nigel and chat. Good morning to you, Scott. I hope you're well, mate. And Pete Chambers said morning, Nigel and everyone. Big up to you, Pete. Thank you so much for coming in as always, mate. And then he says double liked here. Everyone do the same. Yes, smash that like button. It is so important. If you got more than one account, double like it, treble like it. It's all good. Much appreciated. Big up to you, Pete. Ghost is saying, AI Nigel always makes me laugh. You gotta love a bit of AI Nigel, right? I always get told off by my son. When I use AI for different things, he's like, I'm like, listen, it's great, mate. It's great. It's got to be done. You've got to use it. Sport and Journey says, hi, Scott Colliver, Rodney. Hope you're both well. How are your nerves holding up? Listen, how are our nerves holding up, guys? How are you feeling? At the moment, I'm excited. I am excited at the moment. That will build as the morning goes on and it will turn to nerves by this afternoon. I'm going to try and keep the language to a minimum on the watch along. I really am, but I can't promise anything because I do get quite involved when I watch the game. Different when I'm watching it with Cookie because he's doing most of the commentary. But yeah, we will see how today goes. I may get cancelled. Who knows? Kate Rixham says, Nige, good morning. Good morning to you, Kate. Hope you're well. Up early on a Sunday morning. How are you feeling? Are you nervous? Are you excited? It's a massive game for Spurs. Jimmy's in, saying big up and good morning, Nige and chat. Our biggest game for 49 years today and on my birthday. So please don't spoil it for me, Tottenham. Happy birthday, Jimmy. Have a good one, mate. Guys, in the chat, wish Jimmy a happy birthday. Um, wow. So is it your 49th? Is it your 49th birthday or your 50th birthday? Wow. Jimmy, you don't look a day over 31, mate. You don't look a day over 31. Pete is in again, says, as a gooner, I've got my perfect Sunday planned. It might differ to yours. It probably does, mate. It probably does. I just named mine a Spurs win and then a Man City win. Nothing personal. I don't want to ruin your day though, Pete, but that would make mine for sure. Scott says, it's Born Journey. I am good. Lee's in. Hello, everyone. Big up, Lee. I hope you're well, mate. Guys, such a massive game. And Ghost is saying, Jimmy, happy birthday. Dr. Tottenham Therapy's in. Anthony saying, big up, Nigel. Hope you're well, fella. Spurs 2-1 win. Love it, mate. I'm good. I hope you are too. Guys, if you haven't, get over to the Tottenham Therapy and smash a sub for him. He is moving on his way to 100 subs. He will get there in absolutely no time at all. And Jimmy saying, thanks to Ghosted. The Sporting Journey says, I think both teams are going to be scared and play out for a draw. Listen, this is the way it could go, right? Sporting, it could go either way in the fact that one team could be really at it and the other team maybe is a little bit timid because they don't want to lose and the other team just steamroller them, or they could just play out a ball 0-0 where both teams just don't want to lose and it ends up being a dour game. I'm hopeful that that's not the case. I'm hopeful that Forest fumble a little bit. Maybe Europe it's tired them a little. I know they rested a lot of players, but still travel and all of that. Hopefully, it tires them a little bit. And Spurs fly out of the blocks and score early and get a comfortable win. Wouldn't that be nice? Be a couple up by half time, score again early in the second half. The game's done. We can all relax. Though I say that, how many games have we watched as Spurs fans? This is going back years. And Spurs could be 4-0 up going into injury time, and you're still like, oh, if they concede one, you never know with Spurs. But a nice, comfortable day today would be heaven. It absolutely would be heaven. I can feel the acid reflux coming on already, though. Kate says, let's hope our players turn up today. Big up, Kate. They have to, right? They absolutely have to turn up today. We cannot be half-hearted. We cannot be going into this game not ready for it. This is, as has been said by Jimmy, the biggest game in 49 years for Spurs, the biggest game in our history, right? I mean, we've all been to cup finals. We've all watched cup finals when Spurs are in it, and they're massive games, massive games. The Champions League final, massive, even though we lost. The semi-final was massive, absolutely massive. What a night that was in Ajax. But this is for Premier League survival, and it is huge. Spurs really cannot afford to lose. It is all about getting 3 points on the board, just giving us that bit of wiggle room. Is massive, is massive. And if we can win today, if we can win, I firmly believe we will stay up without any problem at all. But if we lose, wow, I mean, I wouldn't want to be on YouTube later. If we lose, let's see what happens. The Stick says, morning, Nige. This game is a massive one. Win and confidence picks up. Lose and confidence is gone going forward. Come on, you Spurs. Big up to you, Stig. I agree, mate. I agree. It's massive for confidence more than anything. You know, forget the fact we've got 7 games to go because we still got plenty of games to save ourselves. It's all about confidence and that momentum, and a defeat today, especially with what's going on before the game. It really could hit us hard. And I'd be concerned if we lose. But you never know. You never know, Stig. Guys, what do we make of this gathering before the game? I'm not going to go too much into it because it is what it is. Listen, fans are doing their thing to try and help us stay up, and I'm all for that, you know. But shouldn't this be like a weekly thing anyway? Shouldn't we do this every week? And as for the protests, shouldn't we be incorporating both of them? Couldn't we have just done it all at the same time? You know, we can celebrate the coach coming in, but still carry ENIC out flags. You know, it's yeah, I don't know. Listen, it is what it is. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out on the TV. I'm going to be interested to see what happens, whether the media pick it up, and we'll see. You know, it's an interesting one, but it's a massive game for Spurs, and I think the players need all the help they can get. Let's hope the fans can do their bit, but will it put more pressure on the players to perform? We will see. We will see. It's such an interesting game today. Pete says, as I've said before, it'll either be a hard 1-1 draw or Spurs will lose their heads, get a red, and collapse. Now you're saying that, Pete, I'm getting nervous. Because I could see Spurs doing that, but I really hope they won't. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Ghosted said the original Ghosted, by the way, I'd like to add. Um, not the fake Ghosted. Ghosted said, I hope the happy clap along goes well and does the intended job. I won't be attending myself though. I will be taking my son to football. Would have been there for the protest. Yeah, I'm very much in agreement. I mean, I couldn't go to the protest anyway because I got my youngest this morning or this weekend. But yeah, listen, let's hope it does a job. But I think we need to get our heads back focused on the job in hand, and that's getting ENIC out. Let's hope we can do that again soon. We can't be leaving it too long though. Everman's in. Big up, mate. I hope you're well. Says good morning, Nige. Big up from Hong Kong. Can't wait to watch this game tonight. Come on, you Spurs. Big up to you, mate. Yeah, it's a massive game. It is a massive, massive game. Let's hope. Let's hope these players do not let us down like they have all season. We need them to stand tall. We need them to pull their socks up. And we need 3 points. 3 points is huge. Andrew's in. Said morning, Nige. Get the spice rum out for the watch along today. It is in the corner there, mate. It is in the corner. I might have to have one. Maybe one. Yeah, I can have one in the afternoon. Can't have nothing wrong with that. It's if it goes to 4, 5, or 6, then that's a problem. Kate says, Nige, 2 likes done. Come on the chat, do the likes and subs. Big up to you, Kate. Thank you so much. And yeah, get these likes in. And if you haven't subbed to the channel, sub to the channel. Really would appreciate it. No text from Cookie yet. And let's get on. Let's get on to the next. And Logan is in. Good morning, Nige, and the chat. Big up, everyone. Match day. We're going to win 3-2. Come on, you Spurs. Let's have them. Listen, for me, I'm really hoping it's like a high-scoring game. There's lots of goals, lots of action. Spurs win. I'd like a nice 5-3 or something like that. That would be brilliant. Great to commentate on. And hopefully, I hope that both sides don't play with fear and it ends up being a really dour 0-0. I hope Tottenham come flying out of the blocks. I hope Forest come flying out of the blocks. And I just hope it is a really good game. Evan saying happy birthday to Jimmy. And big up to you, Rain. Rain saying happy birthday to Jimmy as well. Happy birthday, Jimmy, mate. Have a great day. I really hope Spurs don't ruin it for you. Hotspur Flicks is in saying, come on, you Spurs. We got this. 12th man. Yeah, listen, the fans have to do their part today. And I have absolutely no doubt that they will. Our fans are, as much as we can be the worst fans in the league, we are the best fans as well. And we've been through the ringer. We have been through the ringer with this club and we deserve better. Hopefully today, our fans can sing loud and hopefully the players on the pitch can do us proud. Let's hope so. We will see. Kate says, Nige, I have got butterflies, worried who's going to score. Yeah, listen, the more I talk about it, I woke up and I was excited. I was like, yes, game day, come on. Now I'm sat here talking about it. I can feel the butterflies going as well. It really does feel like a monumental game. Something big, like you wake up on Champions League final day or FA Cup final day back in the day. Those excited nerves, those butterflies, they're there. And as for scoring, well, listen, I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's all about Richarlison today, yeah. It is all about Richarlison getting the goals for Spurs. Hopefully, Xavi can step up. Mawani, you know, Christian Romero or Van der Ven. Listen, somebody's got to score a Porro free kick. I don't know. I don't care who scores, okay? But we need goals. We need goals, and we know that one goal won't be enough today, right? One goal would not be enough because Forest will score. I'm confident of that. We need to score at least 2 or 3 today to win the game, I think. Machina Joe's in. Big up to you, mate. Hello, mate. Did you see the Everton fans greet the team bus yesterday against Chelsea with flares just like yous to happen at good? I actually didn't see that. I saw the game. I thought Everton was superb. Um, you know, Everton having a really good season. But I was gotta say, Matt, I was watching the game and disappointed with the turnout. You know, the stadium didn't look full at all, looked empty in places. I think Everton are having a really good season. So I was quite surprised about that. I am hearing a lot of Everton fans saying that, you know, and I think our Spurs fans feel the same, that this new Everton stadium, the Hill Dickinson Stadium, is just not good as St Park. It's not the same. It's almost like the soul's gone out of the club. And I think a lot of Spurs fans feel that about the new stadium, as beautiful as it is not White Hart Lane. And it's just those old stadiums. They have something. They hold something. That history, and it's gone now forever. But listen, great performance yesterday. I've got to be honest. I'm not really much of a fan of your striker, whose name's totally gone out of my head. He just scored 2, but he did the business yesterday, didn't he? Good finish for the first goal. Always listen. It's always nice to see Chelsea lose. Dr. Tottenham Therapy said last year against City, when we won 4-0, I wasn't convinced we was win until we scored our 4th. No, exactly the same, mate. Exactly the same is what we do as Spurs fans. We go through it. We go through it. The Sheriff's in, one half of the 2 marks. Says, morning, Nige. Come on, you Spurs. Let's do this. Absolutely, mate. Big up to you. Hope you're having a good weekend. Caught some absolutely banging fish yesterday. That perch was nice. And yeah, have a good time at the pub. And if you want to call in later, join the watch along, then do it, mate. Absolutely do it. I will send you the link later on. Jimmy saying thank you. And Logan saying, you're going to be doing a watch along later, Nigel. I am doing a watch along later. Like I say, I wouldn't be doing it if the 2 marks were doing it, of course. But with Sheriff at the pub, with Cookie at the game, they were very much like, someone's got to do a watch along, or Cookie was very much like, listen, got to keep it going. So I'm going to be doing it on my channel. So hopefully you guys will come over. I might try and get a guest on as well. Otherwise you are just going to be stuck with me, effing and jeffing at the TV. So we will see how it goes. But yes, I will be doing one, mate. The Sheriff saying happy birthday to Jimmy. And Ghost said, yes, good to have the original in, mate. Logan said, morning, Sheriff. Big up, mate. Let's go through to people who are not talking to each other. Ghost is saying, how long before the fake account trolls arrive? They won't be long, mate. They won't be long. It is what it is. Guys, drop a comment in. So who starts in goal today? Is it going to be a Vicario thing? Will Vicario be the starter today in goal? Or are we going to see a Kinski? Are we going to see an Austin? I think it probably will be Vicario, but yeah, a bit of a weird one, isn't it? That they put out he was injured before the game. Why not? If they have every confidence that he's going to have this operation Monday, play the game today, have the operation Monday, and then be back by the time Spurs play again, why even mention it? I guess because he pulled out of the Italy squad, but just say he's picked up a slight knock. Why did they have to say that he's having an operation after the game? I don't know. It's a weird one, but it is what it is. We will see what happens. Kate says, hope Tudor puts players in the right positions. This is massive for Tudor. He needs to put square pegs, square holes. We cannot be playing players out of position. No, this is not the time now to do it. And it feels like, whether we agree with it or not, it does feel like he's kind of got his set team to an extent. You know, couple of games now, 2 or 3 games where we've seen Gray and we've seen Sarr in the centre of midfield. Now, listen, for me, neither of them would be in the centre of midfield for today's game. I would have Polinia and Gallagher, but I won't be surprised at all if it's Gray and Sarr again. We will see what happens. But guys, who would you start in the centre of midfield today? I think it's gonna be an interesting one. I won't be happy. I've got to be honest. If he plays Gray and Sarr, I won't be happy. I think we need men in there today. We need, you know, Forest have a good midfield, a good powerful midfield. We need to match them up. Um, listen, I thought Gray was superb the other night, but it was a game that there was no pressure in. Atletico Madrid didn't need to win, so it's going to be interesting. For me, I'm excited by Archie Gray. I'm not going to lie. Last season, when we had our season when we were terrible in the league but won the Europa League, of course, we had that young player that stepped up. Bergvall was the one, wasn't he? Bergvall stepped up, and I think we were all excited. Can he now go one step further? You know, and he hasn't this season. He's let us down again. He's been in and out through injury, but he hasn't pushed on. For me, this season, Gray's a man who stepped up to the plate and is like, okay, now can he go forward next season? Can he get better again? It's going to be interesting to see what he does. But I like Gray. I think he's improving with every game. But for this one, I would play Polinia and Gallagher personally. Milton's in. Big up Milton. Says Spurs 1, Forest nil. Morgan Gibbs, white own goal. Hope you're well, nice. I would take that all day long, mate. All day long. That would be fantastic. I'm good, mate. I'm good. I hope you are too. Terrible night's sleep, though. I've got to be honest. The bags under my eyes. Absolutely terrible night's sleep. But it is what it is. And we move on. And Andy's in. Andy Bays, big up to you, mate. Says, morning, Nigel chat. Must win today. Wipe your feet on the way in and hit the likes. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, let's get these likes going, guys. Let's see how many likes I've got so far. It's always fun seeing what likes you get during a live stream. I should have it already set up, really, but I haven't. But yeah, guys, who are we playing in goal? 34 likes so far, guys. Let's get it up to 50 as soon as possible. Smash that like as you come in. It really is so important. Share us saying, why do Everton remind you of who do Everton remind you of Solar Stadium? Yeah, very much Spurs, you know. Very much Spurs. We will see. We will see if it changes today. Hopefully, we can make it a really good atmosphere today and really stick it in for us and stick it up them and give them a good smashing. Ghost is sent up the Chelsea. Yeah, always nice to see Chelsea getting an absolute pasting, isn't it? Absolutely love it. And listen, their manager struggling. I think a lot of fans maybe didn't really want him. Um, yeah, let's see what happens. E is in, said modernised Spurs win today and Arsenal losing the cup. Come on, you Spurs. That would be the perfect day, wouldn't it? The perfect day. Tottenham joy, Arsenal tears. That would be a beautiful Sunday. I have a terrible feeling though, mate. It could be the other way round. I really hope not. I really hope not. Jimmy saying thank you to lots of people wishing Jimmy a happy birthday today. Ghost is saying Chelsea without Abramovich are starting to turn into us. Yeah, I think it was mentioned last night actually. I think by Sava. That Chelsea are starting to turn into Spurs a little bit. Listen, it is what it is. You know, teams have cycles, right? And Chelsea had theirs. Maybe now they're starting to fall away. I'm just waiting for Tottenham to have our cycle. And I've been waiting quite a few years. So let's see. Machina Joe says stadium was full. Around half time, it looked three quarters empty. Toilet and drinking beer, a bit like Spurs then. Beto tries hard but doesn't score so much. Barry is the worst player I've seen in my 51 years. Yeah, Beto's weird. He holds the ball up really well, doesn't he? At times, not always. But listen, he took his goals well yesterday. He's not prolific, is he? By any means. And yeah, listen, Everton, for me, watching Everton over the years, and I grew up with Everton in the 80s, and players like Graham Sharp and Sheedy, and they just had good players and good strikers. And it's sad to see, it'd be nice to see Everton rise again. Um, I'm by no means an Everton fan, but proper proper Premier League teams, proper Division One teams, top flight teams over the years, and Everton are certainly one of them. Side dancers in. Morning, mate. Says morning, Nige. Feeling positive but nervous. Leeds only drew yesterday. Absolutely. Big up to you, mate. I'm positive, but I am nervous as well. And it's good. I hear a lot of people saying, don't care what Leeds do. No, let's drag them in with us. The more teams that are in and around us, the better. So a win today, we go above Leeds, I think, on goal difference. So it is a massive game for Spurs today. Sheriff says, I'll be on for the first half, mate. Then meet draw. Fair play, buddy. Fair play. Um, and side that says, Sheriff, any carp fishing? Dr. Tottenham Therapy said, no worries, mate, to Jimmy. Yeah, the same. That's why my name is Dr. Tottenham, because that type of Tottenham could ruin our day. Listen, we see it all too often, don't we? We see it all too often that Dr. Tottenham turn up. They cannot turn up today, mate. I'm sorry. You have to keep yourself at home today. You cannot be turning up. Spurs need a performance. We need a result. Let's hope we get that. The president said, big up, Nigel, and everyone in the chat this dull morning. Just getting my banjo in tune for the Kumbaya this afternoon for the Spurs team bus. Listen, mate, it's going to be interesting to see, isn't it? It's going to be interesting to see what happens. But the fact that the club and these supporters, these sites or whatever they're from, have come together to do this says it all. I mean, the club wouldn't come together for for an Enoch march, right? But listen, it is what it is. If it helps a team for a couple of games, I'm not gonna moan about it. It's not what I want. I want to see Enoch out flags all over the roads. I want Enoch out chanted as loud as possible, but that's not going to happen. For me, I'm just going to concentrate on the football. Hopefully, we get a result. Um, this whole thing is just so frustrating, Press. Like I said, why couldn't they just do it together? Why couldn't everyone have joined together, carried Enoch out flags, Enoch out banners, but still cheered that coach on as they come in and get behind the team, but also let the board know how frustrated we are as a fan base. And if there's a massive turnout today, you know, I'll be happy, but there'll be a tinge of disappointment that these people couldn't turn out to get the real problem out, which is Enoch, of course. Machina Joe says Barry offers nothing. He is so lazy. Everton are with 10 men when Barry's on the pitch. I despise him. Spurs will beat Forest. Don't worry. I hope so, mate. I really do. I hope so. Have we got anyone in the Spurs side that we despise, that we really don't like? I'm trying to think of Tottenham players that we have and players that I really don't like at all. I can't think of many. Richarlison was one. I'll be the first to hold my hands up, but he's scoring goals now. So, listen, when a player scores goals, you gotta like him, right? He's not my favourite player, but I don't despise him anymore. I don't think there's any Tottenham players that I despise. I'm just not in love with any of them like I used to be, you know. But it is what it is. Dr. Tottenham Therapy says, take it easy, anyone, Nige. I suppose I should go and sort my kids out now. Big up and big up everyone in the chat. Big up to you, Dr. Tottenham Therapy, mate. Like I say, guys, if you haven't got over, go over to him, smash and subscribe. Let's get him up to 100 as soon as possible. It's not easy out there. You just got to take what you can get. Go live and hope that people watch. Sheriff says, no cart, mate. Then like the bloody plague, bloody everywhere. Give me a tench. Yeah, I mean, tench are like gold dust, though, aren't they? Really hard to catch. I can remember because I live quite close to a canal, so we used to do a lot of canal fishing, and there was a lot of tench in there. My uncle used to always catch tench, but I used to catch little bloody roaches and dace and gudgeons and stuff like that. Never got big ones. The odd perch, like 8 ounces. Nothing, anything big. It was quite disappointing, really. Shorts is in, said, big up, nice. Just want to see Spurs not sit back and take the game to Forest. That will ignite the fans and drive them forward. Let's have it. Come on, you Spurs. Big up to you, Shorts. Absolutely agree. 100%, mate. I don't want Spurs to sit back and wait for things to happen. Make things happen. Go at them straight away in their faces. You know, That's all we can do, yeah? We have to get at them. We cannot play with fear today. It's such a big game. The press saying big up to Machina. It could be worse. There's always that foul, a pungent pigeon. I was hoping Everton would buy him back. They still might next season, Prez. They still might. And you know, the pigeon is a bit of a cult hero at Everton. And listen, if he keeps Spurs in the Premier League, he might become a bit of a cult hero at Spurs as well. He's not the answer, is he? But is what we have. The press. He's probably the best of what we got at the moment. Yeah, the best of a bad bunch. Which, listen, for me, I'd be getting rid of all three in the summer and buying at least two new strikers. But let's see what happens. Milton says, Nige, would you take us staying up and Arsenal winning the quadruple or us going down and Arsenal winning nothing? I would take us staying up and Arsenal winning the quadruple. I'll be honest, I don't care what Arsenal do. You know, as in it's disappointing at the time, you know, but you move on pretty quickly. So for me, it's all about Spurs staying in the league. Don't really care what Arsenal do. Guys, let me know what you think. Would you take us going down and Arsenal winning nothing? Or would you want to stay up and Arsenal win absolutely everything? I mean, we would never hear the end of it, would we? But I could take it for 1 year if we stayed in the Premier League. For me, it's that big. It is that big. We stay in the Premier League. Kate says, Nige, grey clubs are looking at him. But he said he's stopping at Spurs, even if we go down. Brad Friedel was nice about Spurs, though, and said the wrong manager should have been Harry and players' mentality. Yeah, listen, like I said, the more I'm watching Archie Gray, the more I'm liking. I've got to be honest. And I know he gets a lot of stick. And I know that, you know, listen, he didn't put that £40 million price tag on his head. That's what Spurs paid for him. And it's not his fault that Tottenham didn't buy ready-made midfielders to go in. Um, it is what it is. He's in our midfield and he's actually doing really well. Again, would I play him today? Probably not. Um, but I don't ever worry now when I see Gray in the team, which I did before. Um, you know, I'm happy with him. I'm happy with him. And I think going forward, he's going to be a really good player for Spurs. A really good player for Spurs. But you know, let's see what happens. Sheriff says, back the team, not the regime. Why can't it be both? Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, do it both at the same time. I don't understand, but it is what it is. They made their decision. There is no protest today. It is all about getting behind. And as the press was said, singing Kumbaya as the team bus comes in. Like I say, the team never usually get a bus in, do they? This has all been staged. I think for theatre, for TV, the TV are going to be all over this today. It's all been staged. But listen, if it gets a result, if it helps in any way, then just for today only, then fine, whatever. Um, but we need to get back on the Enoch out train straight after this game, or even before it. I'll be listening out for Cookie in the crowd, singing Enoch out because he said he's going to. So let's see. Let's see. Ghost is saying, Billy, the foul pigeons goals are keeping us out of the bottom three. That is true. That is true. Machina Joe says, I remember in January 2023, Everton announced that the directors would not attend the home game against Southampton due to a real incredible threat to their safety following protests. Yeah, Spurs don't do that. Spurs don't do that. Maybe we do need to get nasty. I don't know. Sol Kretz is in. I'm still feeling a bit anxious about today's game, but I'm hoping for the best. Yeah, listen, I'm I'm nervous. I'm nervous, but I am confident as well. Currently, close to the kickoff time, I probably won't be as confident, but we will see. Ghost is saying dark times. I take it we're talking about Richarlison again. Sheriff says Spurs players are all meh. No one excites me. No, I feel very similar to you, Sheriff. I really do. But we will see. We will see, mate. Kate says, Nige don't hate any players. Is Lange, Board, Vinay, and Enoch that are a shock bunch of W's. Yep. Yep. It's hard to disagree with that, Kate. It really is. Rain is in. Nige, you know I'm not shy to express myself online. I've kept away from the anti-protest Kumbaya decision discussion. I'm not happy. What you're saying scratches the surface of how I feel. Come on, you Spurs. Big up to you, Rain. Yeah, you're definitely not shy on letting people know how you feel online. And I absolutely love that, mate. I absolutely love watching you because it's always good entertainment. You know, you say how you feel, and that's the way you should do. Um, but yeah, I think it's listen, it is what it is. We can't do anything about it now, can we? We just have to sit back. Like I say, I'm going to try not to think too much about it. Or I do think it is a bit pathetic, but you know, the main focus should be in account. But it is what it is. Let's get behind the team today. Hopefully, get a result. And what will happen in the future will happen in the future. But we will see. So I'll put it saying for me, it was Gaza. What a great player he was for Spurs. Ghost has said, I'll be so pissed off if we lose today, but maybe it will make happy clappers protest instead of happy clapping along. This is it. Yeah, this is it. Listen, this has to help Spurs along today. If it doesn't and we still lose, I don't know where we go. I really don't. I'm frustrated with it all currently. But for me, right now, I'm trying to focus just on the 90 minutes on the pitch. You know, obviously the rest of it is all a bit of a sideshow. We should be out there protesting, but we're not, and there's nothing we can do about it now. The press said if Spurs players need people to support a bus like a cheerleader, that shouldn't they shouldn't wear a Spurs shirt as a question their fragile mentality. Enoch know what they're doing when it comes to finance. Yet, listen, absolutely, mate. Absolutely agree 100%. It just feels all very staged. Like I said, Spurs players never get a coach into White Hart Lane. They never do. They drive in. So yeah, it all feels like a cleverly choreographed plan to make to make everyone believe that everyone's behind the team, and a lot of the fans are falling for it, as far as I'm concerned. But that's just my opinion. Kate says, Nige, none of our strikers are not great. No, they're not. We have an average strike force at best. And let's hope we improve that in the summer when we stay up. The press says at least while the fans are guiding the bus, they can buy one of the stale gone off beer for free. Listen, yeah, support at the outside businesses. That's I really do implore you to do that today, guys. Don't spend money inside the stadium. Support your local businesses. Machina Joe says Chelsea fans are having a massive protest against the owners when they play Man United. Fan of sister club Strasbourg are flying in from France to join them. They hate the owners. Real good. Wow. It'll be interesting to see. That'll be interesting to see how they do it compared to how Spurs do it, won't it? We will see. The show is saying the boss having it large today. Big up the Cookmeister. Let's have it. Big up Cookie. Hope you got there safe, mate. And is a massive, massive game. And it's gonna be an interesting one. Pete says, come on, guys, get those likes up. Subs too if you haven't. Yeah, we have just passed 50 likes. So thank you to everyone who's liked. Keep liking away. And if you haven't subbed, sub to the channel too. I picked up one sub today. Listen, let's hope for a few more. And let's hope for a few more than one goal from Spurs today. I think we're going to win. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Tottenham victory today, guys. Drop a comment in. Let me know how you think Spurs are going to do. Give me a score prediction. Are we going to win? Or is it going to be another poor day at the office at Tottenham Hotspur, where we have been shocking this season? The press says, would I be mischievous if I said I want Forest to win? To see the reaction from the fans as they cheer the bus leaving. Ooh, oh, Prez. I mean, I'd never. That is quite naughty. That is quite naughty, mate. I'm not sure I can go there with you, but I like your thinking. Ghost is saying all week I've been hearing these players are better than we think again. Gray is generational, etc. I expect to see it today. They have to turn up today, mate, don't they? They absolutely have to turn up today, these players. Machina Joe says any Spurs fan who doesn't want to cheer the arrival of a team bus can throw eggs at it. Just putting it out there, something to think about. It's good to have options. Yeah. Flag in one hand and egg in the other, just in case. It will be interesting to see going back to Presa how many of these players get the bus home, or whether they're just gonna. I don't know. Do you think the players have driven their cars in, then gone back to where they've got to go to, and then they're going to get the bus in? I don't know. It's just weird, isn't it? It's just absolutely. I don't know why I've got up. Oh, Cookie's ringing me. Cookie is ringing me. Let's answer the phone. Oh, hello, mate. You there? All right. Just checking in, mate, because I was live and I just wanted to check if you were there. Cool. All right, mate. All right, mate. Well, safe trip. I'm live, so I better go. But I just thought I'd check in. All right, buddy. Cool. No worries, mate. See you later. Bye, bye, bye. So the sheriff Cookie is in Hemel Hempstead. He is nearly there. About to pick Dan up. Big up to the cook meister. Let's go through the chat. Porro or Romero, players to keep an eye on for today. Something will happen. Listen, I think Romero's got to keep that today. We need him to be at his best. We cannot afford another red card. Um, I think Porro will be fine. Porro whinges a lot, but he doesn't ever really do anything naughty. So I think Porro will be fine. Maybe a Porro goal. He's due one. So maybe a Porro goal. Pete says, Hart says 4-1 to Forest. Hez says 1-1. Thanks, mate. Um, yeah, listen, who knows? Who knows what the score will be? And this is the interesting thing, right? It could be anything today. I can see a big Spurs win. I could see a big Forest win. I could see a dull 0-0. We just don't know what to expect. Joe Nags in said, do we need a tannoy? Let's be having you chant from lunch. Wow. Imagine if he come out and did that. Um, that would certainly get the fans going, wouldn't it? Probably not in the right way. But yeah, let's see. Machina Joe says Spurs to beat Forest 3-0. I would take that all day long, mate. I absolutely would take that. And the sheriff, member for 2 months, saying smash your likes, everyone. Absolutely, smash your likes. And Sporting Journey saying please subscribe if you're new and drop a like. Thank you. We really would appreciate it, guys. If you haven't liked the stream, just give it a like. It really does mean the world. I will be back at 1:45. I think I got it set for 1:30, but I thought it was 2 o'clock kickoff. It's 2:15 kickoff, so we'll be back at 1:45 for the watch along. We'll go through the team news and we will all crap ourselves together because it's going to be a terrifying 90 minutes. Hopefully, Spurs do us a favour and get a vital 3 points. It is such a big game for Tottenham. It really is such a big game. We need 3 points if we can possibly get them. So important. Guys, if you haven't subbed to the channel, if you're new here, if you just found Pure Coys, please give me a sub. It is so important. Trying to get my way to 2K, but it takes time. But guys, you guys make the show. If it's not for you out there, getting involved in the conversation, getting involved in the chat and talking to each other, then there is absolutely no show. So it is all about you. Like I say, I think Spurs are going to win today. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Spurs victory. I think we win 3-1. There's no doubt it's going to be tough, but I think we win the game. I do think we concede because we always concede. But let's see what happens. Sporting Journey saying big up to Cookie. Yes, Cookie is safe. He is on his way to London. Just stopped at the services. So yeah, he will be there soon. Bob Caddy's in. Morning, Nige. Come on, you Spurs. Good morning to you, Bob. I hope you're well, mate. And the Stig says, need an early goal to settle the nerves. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? A goal in the first couple of minutes. And there is a stat going around that Spurs, I think, is it Spurs have the second best record at scoring goals from set pieces, and Nottingham Forest have the second worst record at conceding from set pieces. So hopefully Spurs early set piece get the goal, and can settle the nerves, like you say, Stig. Who starts on the left for you guys? For me, it has to be Tao, right? He's listen, he's not my cup of tea, but he does he does put some good balls in. You know, he has put a few good crosses in. His final product, his shooting is not the best. He should score more goals, 100%. But I do like his delivery. I think his delivery from corners is decent. And I do think he puts a good cross in. So I think Tao starts on the left. For me, I would probably start Mawani on the right with Richarlison through the middle, Xavi in that 10, and then a midfield two for me. I would go Polina and Gallagher or Polina and Gray, one of the two. Um, that's for me, guys. Let me know what you think, who you would start in the team. What's your team? Give me your team lineups before we finish up today. It'd be interesting to see who you would go for. Ghosted is saying, I'm going for a 2-1 Spurs win. Anything else is unacceptable. I can't predict a loss today. Come on, you Spurs. It is huge, isn't it? Spurs cannot lose a game today. Can't think of a defeat. Cannot think of it. It is going to be toxic if Tottenham lose today. And it's been toxic enough for the last 2 years for me. Oh, that tea's cold. We cannot be losing any more home games. We have to now start winning. For me, massive, massive 3 points by hook or by crook. I don't care how we get them, but we have to get them. Um, Bob says, I think the game has been hyped up too much. We will win 4-1. Love it, Bob. Absolutely love it. I will take that all day long. All day long. That would be brilliant if we absolutely brush them aside. But listen, our record is not great. Our record is not great against them recently. We've lost the last 3 games. And if we look at this, this is the last 8. I'm going to take Bob's comment down a little bit. The last 8. So as you see, we've lost the last 3, 3-0, 2-1, and 1-0. But before that, a 3-1 win, a 2-0 away win, a 3-1 home win. We lost in the third round of the EFL Cup, but then we beat Forest away in the Premier League. So the last 8, we've won 4, we've lost 4. So it's going to be interesting. And we are due a win. Like I say, Forest have beaten us the last 3 times, but usually at Tottenham, usually we're pretty good. So I'm confident. Listen, I am confident we win this game today. We will see what happens. And then we look at the league table, and it's massive for Spurs. You look at Leeds now, only 3 ahead of us. A win today puts us in 15th place. Puts us in 15th place and just moves us away from that bottom 3. You know, obviously, we don't know how West Ham are going to do yet. We're hoping that Villa turn up and give West Ham a bit of a pasting. That would be fantastic. But listen, if we win and West Ham lose, we go above Leeds, and suddenly there's a 4-point gap separating us between Forest and West Ham. Listen, whereas that gap can be breached, of course it can. I just think it gives us that little bit of blanket, a little bit of a buffer. And I think we will be fine. It is all on today. 3 points is massive because I do think if we get 3 points today, we will then go and win 2 or 3 games after the international break and be clear, probably finish 13th or 14th towards the end of the season. That's what I think. That's if we win. Of course, if we lose, that's a totally different kettle of fish. A totally different kettle of fish. And we will see what happens. But it's a massive game for Spurs. We need something. We need 3 points. We cannot afford to lose. The biggest thing for me today is if we can't win, don't lose. Do not lose. Obviously, a draw would be disappointing for me, but we will see. The shower says, Tell, there ain't no one else, thanks to Enoch. You bang on, mate. There isn't anyone else. It will have to be Tao. I mean, I guess you could play a 3 at the back, which he probably will, and then put your 2 wing backs high, play the 2 in midfield and 2 up front, have Mawani and Richarlison up front. You could do it that way, but we will see. The sheriff says 3-1, like the FA Cup final, 1991. Sheriff, how old are you? The FA Cup final was 2-1, wasn't it? Gary Mabbott. Sorry, Des Walker own goal. Um, yeah. But you know, hey, listen, I'll take 3-1. It should have been 3-1. Lineker missed a penalty. But it is what it is. Rodney said 3-2. I will take that. I will take that. L Towers in. Big up to you. Jose says, morning, Nigel gang. Just about to leave on the 40-minute walk to the station and start my journey up to the game. Come on, you Spurs. Have a good one, mate. Sing loud, sing proud. Let's hope that Spurs can stay up and get a vital victory today. And yeah, take some pictures, do a few videos of this sing along, whatever's going on. It's going to be interesting to see just what the turnout's like. And listen, hopefully it'll be a good turnout, because it'd be embarrassing if it's not. But if there is a good turnout, it does make you wonder why they don't turn out to try and get these owners out. But it is what it is. Jimmy's put his team in. He says Vic, Porro, Danzo, Romero, Spence, Polinia, Gallagher, Sarr, Xavi, Richarlison, Moani, packed with experience, and power in midfield. A 2-1 win for me. Mate, you're not changing the team, are you, buddy? I mean, I like it. And I'm guessing that's a 4-4-2, is it? I'm guessing so. I just think he's going to play three at the back. And for me, Van der Ven has to start every game because he's our best defender. Uh, that's just my opinion. But listen, hey, that side's good enough to beat Forest as well, in my opinion. Kate says, player no realise we are now in a relegation fight. Polinia needs to play. Gallagher needs a strong midfield. I agree. Polinia and Gallagher need to play today in that midfield. We will see what happens. We will see what happens. But listen, not that Gray's done anything wrong at all. I think he's been, like I say, fantastic this season. He has been the standout player for me this season for Spurs. The player that's got better and better with every week. And it'd be interesting to see whether he can push on next season and become the player we all hope he can be. He's definitely been impressive. Bob says, I think we can go on a run when we beat Forest today. We do have players now coming back. I love it, Bob. I love the positivity. I love the fact that Bob's put, I think we can go on a run when we beat Forest today. Not if, when. That's the kind of positivity we need. And you're right, we do have players coming back. Kudos is set to come back after the international break as well. So I'm the same, mate. I think when we win today, I'm going to be a bit more cautious. Say if we win today, I think we're fine, and I think we will go on a run afterwards because players will be back. Hopefully, players won't get injured again in the international break or today. Lee said, "May the force be with you. Come on, you Spurs. Big up to you, Lee. I hope you're well, mate." And the chef said, "Oh shit, it was 2-1. I'm a see how I would fart." It's all right, mate. You're forgiven. You're forgiven. And the press said it was 2-1 to Tottenham in the final. Lee said Vic, VDV, Danzo, Romero, Spence, Souza, Polinia, Gray, Porro, Xavi, Ritchie. 4-4-1-1, VDV left back, 2-2 for me. Again, I mean, I wouldn't be against that side at all. I don't see now Van der Ven playing left back. Now we have Spence, now we have Souza, and we have Udogi all back. They can all play left back. They're all, well, Udogi and Souza are left-footed, full-backs, wing-backs, whatever you want to call them. So I don't think it would be VDV at left back. But listen, I was all up for that a couple of weeks ago when we had the injuries. I was very much one for, put VDV left back. Now I just think it will, he'll go 5 at the back. He will absolutely go 5 at the back. Kate says, Lange, wet lettuce out. We absolutely have to make a flag with that on. 100%, we have to make a flag or a banner with a picture of Lange as a wet lettuce. In fact, I'm getting on it after this. I'm going to get onto Sora AI and get Lange as a wet lettuce just for Kate. 2 marks. Sheriff says, I blame Amstel. Amstel's always to blame, mate. Always to blame. Lee says, drop Sarr and Tao to the bench. Both not good enough. If we stay up, they should be off. They should be the first out the door. Wow, Lee, really giving it to us hard today. Listen, I wouldn't be against selling them both in the summer. Like I said, I think Tal's done better. He's done better. His delivery is quite good. But for me going forward, if we want to be a team, forget the relegation fight this season. That's done. Hopefully we're safe from that. Hopefully, touch wood. If we're still in the Premier League next season and we're looking back up and we're thinking about getting back into that top four race, I'm thinking about Europe again. Players like Tau, players like Sarr, they're just not good enough for Tottenham Hotspur. I agree. We need to be buying better. Players like Solanke, players like Richarlison, none of them are good enough. We need to be getting better. It's not all going to happen in one season. Guys, for me, I just want to get Poch back, and hopefully he will be backed by this pathetic board, and we can start moving forward as a club. We have to start somewhere. And for me, and I know a lot of people disagree, I know Sheriff probably does agree, but getting Poch back is the most important thing. So we will see what happens. Ghost has said not one troll account in this morning. I guess they must be having a day off. Don't speak too soon, Ghost said. Don't speak too soon. You never know what comes through the door late on. And I'm going to go for a little, another 5 minutes or so because there is no 2 marks on, of course, today, because Cookie is on his way to the game and Sheriff's in the chat. Bob says we are playing Forest, not Arsenal. Is about time a Spurs fans should be more positive. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely, I agree. Some Forest are not all that. I think they're a good side. I think they have good players, but for whatever reason, they're not clicking. They're not gelling. I don't think they've got a strike force. They don't score too many goals. They get a lot of chances, but don't take them. Let's hope that continues today. And Kate says, Ghosted, that's great notice. No trolls. Thanks to you, lovely. Yeah, Ghosted, just keep kicking them out when they come in. And Kate says, thanks, Nige. Looking forward to see Lange as a wet lettuce. Absolutely. Sheriff says, from Ginola, Bell, and Son to Tau. And this is how far we've fallen, right? This is how far we have fallen as a club. That these are the kind of players that we have in. Pete says, whatever happens, let's see a good game and hope there's no trouble if the result is bad. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't think there's gonna be trouble. I mean, I've not seen too much. There may be people in the chat who have been to Spurs games and seen fights with fellow fans. I don't see too much of it. But we will see. I think it'll be fine. But you're right. Let's hope for a good game. Let's hope for 3 points for Spurs. The Stig has put his team in 3-4-1-2. Vic, BDV, Romero, Danzo, Spence and Porro, Polinia, Gray, Xavi, Moani, Richie. I'm not against that at all. I'm not against that at all. I really am not. Moani, first goal. I think. Listen, I'd be quite happy with that. Quite happy with that team. I really would. And the Sheriff, he's magic. Oh, I can't wait to get him back. I really can't. Can't wait to get him back. It's gonna be magic. Bob says rumors are Chris Wood is back today, according to Wolfie. Yep, I've heard that as well. But again, player hasn't played a lot this season, so is he going to be match fit? Listen, it would be typical, wouldn't it? The Spurs let him in to score, but I'm confident, Bob. Like we say, it's all about confidence. And hopefully he is back today because he's going to be nowhere near Matt Sharp. I hope. Lee says definitely get Poch in and Harry Hoddle Sherwood upstairs to get Spurs people in. Absolutely agree, mate. Absolutely agree. Get Spurs people in. Get Poch in to be the manager and get Spurs people above him that he can chat to, he can talk to. They can all sort it out together. We need Tottenham people in now for me. But listen, let's hope first and foremost we stay in the Premier League and getting 3 points today is massive. Adams in said, morning, Nige, morning, chat. On my way and starting nice and early. Up the Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Massive, massive game today for us. And hopefully 3 points. Big up to you, Adam. And yeah, safe trip there, mate. Safe trip. Bob says Wood has played above himself this season. He won't be a threat to us. Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. He had a good season last year, didn't he? But not quite hit the heights this season. Obviously, been in and out through injury. And the press said, looking forward to seeing Enoch bring back Pochettino with Lange bringing in the signers this summer. I know there's a tiny, tiny little bit of yeah, sarcasm in that press, but hey, listen, I think for a lot of Spurs fans, it's just getting someone in who loves the club, right? And for me, more than anything, I feel like half the people at this club in the board don't know Tottenham, don't love Tottenham, don't have an affiliation with Tottenham at all. And this is, again, maybe stupidly, maybe one of the reasons I want Poch back because I know that he gets Spurs. I know that he loves Spurs. Will he be backed? Probably not. But I'd still rather him in charge not getting backed than someone else, if that makes sense. Marianne says, good morning, Nige, and all in the chat. Morning to you, Marianne. I hope you're well. And Jimmy says, every time we have played three at the back, we have been beaten. We don't need to create our own problems today. I agree. I would play four. I would play a 4-4-2 or 4-3 or 4-2, however we play it. I just think Tudor is very much like Ange, set in his ways. He will play three at the back. I'm certain of it, Jimmy. I really am. Kate says, Nige, we need to start putting those missing chances away today. We absolutely do. Hopefully we can take the chances when we get them. We missed a few against Liverpool. I'm hopeful today that when we get the chance, we will take them. Pete says, what time are you streaming, Nige? I need to bugger off a bit. Bets need doing. I'm not streaming until 1:45. So half an hour before kickoff, I will go live, team news, etc. And then we will get into the game and hopefully get 3 points. Kate says, Lange needs his P45 now. He absolutely does. Absolutely does. I agree with you there, Kate. And Ghosted says, I watched a few Ledley King interviews recently. I have no idea why he doesn't have more of a role at the club. Again, someone who's totally Tottenham. Yeah, I don't get it either. Maybe he comes across too nice. I don't know. But he should be further in the club. He should be really entrenched in that team for me. Chirpy's in. Big up to you, mate. He says, Comedy Spurs just flown in from Edinburgh, headed to the ground early to be part of the pre-match atmosphere. Let's do it, lads. We have Plowers back. Listen, let's hope so, mate. Have a great day. Have a great day, and let's hope for 3 points for Tottenham Hotspur. Vindaloo's in. So, morning, Nige, Cookie, and Mark. The second I know this game is big for you, make sure you win so you can banter. Wolfie, good luck. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. I wish you good luck in your cup final today, but I really want Man City to win. So I won't do that, but thank you so much for coming in. Always welcome. Top bloke. Big up to you, Vindaloo. The press says, I love how some fans can see the issues with other clubs but don't see the problems at Spurs. Fans in Glass House shouldn't throw stones. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just blind loyalty, isn't it? It really is blind loyalty. And Kate saying good morning to Vindaloo. Joe's in saying whatever happens today, we need to leave it all out on the pitch. I absolutely agree. Whatever happens today, leave it on the pitch. I don't want to see those players at the end of the game coming off the pitch. If they're not limping, if they're not crawling, I want to see them on their knees at the end of the game. I want them to give everything on that pitch. We haven't got a game now for 3 weeks. I don't care if you pick up a slight knock and you're out of your international team. Give it absolutely everything. 100%. Do everything you can to get 3 points. It is so big. Tottenham need a win today. We cannot afford not to win. Whereas it's not the end of the world, as I've said, if we draw or even if we lose, it's not over. But going into the international break with a win would be so good for the confidence, would give the fans something happy to think about for 3 weeks. It would just take a bit of the pressure off. And with Sunderland next, and I know what people are saying, Sunderland are decent. Listen, Sunderland are Sunderland, right? Sunderland are beatable. If we can win today, going into our next game away at Sunderland, there's no reason why we can't go to Sunderland and win as well. Suddenly, any relegation fears are quashed. It is so important today that we just get the result by hook or by crook. But I don't want to see these players walk off afterwards, laughing and joking after a draw or defeat. I want to see them give everything on the pitch. Let's see what happens. Kate says need to play for 90 minutes, 100%. 100%. It is all about the 90 minutes a day. Jimmy says hoping for a Richarlison double today and a lot of shit housery. Yeah, I'm hoping. I don't, like I said, I don't care who scores. I just want goals and I want to win. And listen, for me, what would be perfect? What would be perfect would be, I don't know. I'd quite fancy seeing, and this is going to sound really stupid and just a bit pathetic. I want us to win like 5-0, but if it's a really tight game and we win 2-1, maybe like Archie Gray coming up late on and smashing one of the top bins and then running away, kissing the shirt. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't really care who wins, who scores, sorry, as long as we win. It is all about winning the game. The sheriff saying, come on, you in Spurs, indeed. Absolutely. The press has a question. Realistically, can you see international players putting the all in when there's a World Cup on the horizon? This is a really good point, Prez. And as much as we, as fans, say it's the international break, doesn't matter. It's just the international break. It is a massive international break because it is the international break before the World Cup. And these players are playing for their international places in this World Cup. So it's a really good question. Maybe the players are not really, maybe they put 100% in, but not 110%. Maybe they put 90% in because they're all thinking, I want to be fit for the World Cup. It's a really good point. I really hope that isn't the question. That isn't the case. And that Spurs players just are thinking about Tottenham. But it wouldn't surprise me if there's a few players out there, Romero. Did I say Romero? Um, who maybe are thinking about internationals and World Cup. But mate, I hope you're wrong, but I get your point. I totally understand it and I agree with it. Bob says we have to find space for Gray to fit into the team today. It's going to be interesting to see who he picks. Like I say, I wouldn't be against anyone playing. I think for me, I would pick Polinia and somebody, either Polinia and Gallagher or Polinia and Gray. I think Polinia has to start though. Um, but it'd be interesting. I don't want to see Gray start at right back, left back, centre back, right wing, left wing, up front, in goal. For me, if Gray's going to start, he has to play centre mid. But it's going to be an interesting one, guys. I am going to leave it there. Please smash a like if you haven't on your way out. Hit the subscribe if you haven't too. I will be back at 1:45 for the watch along. Tottenham v Forest. Hopefully 3 points for Spurs. Kate says Vicario needs to play well today. No flapping and get rid of the ball. Yeah, not with his feet. I agree 100%. Vicario needs to have a good game before his operation. Let's hope he does. Let's hope every player has a good game. Let's hope the fans get behind the team. We just need 3 points, however we get them. Guys, I will see you later at 1:45 for the watch along. Come along, smash a like, help me out. I really would appreciate it. Let's just quickly read Joe's team. Don't want to leave people out. Vic, Porro, Kuti, Van der Ven, Spence, Polinia, Gray, Xavi, Moani, Richie, and Tal. Listen, if that side there isn't good enough to beat Nottingham Forest, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? It's guys, we will see what happens. Have a fantastic morning. Try not to get too nervous. We're going to be absolutely fine. I'll see you for the watch along, guys. Have a great morning. And as always, stay positive, stay poised, and stay pure Coys.